I'm going to show how, Teresa's going to make some chocolate lava cakes, and she asked if I'd make a video of it. So we got a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream, 4 ounces by weight of chocolate, semi-sweet chocolate chips, 6 tablespoons of butter, got a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. We'll use some vanilla, we'll go over that later. It'll make 8 little individual chocolate lava cakes, and we have these little glass ramekin bowls. They're Pyrex, so they're safe to go in the oven. And the really neat thing is we can freeze them, and you just cook them at 400 degrees for 16 minutes, and you got chocolate lava cake. So, and then we got 2 whole eggs, and 2 egg yolks, and another 1/4 cup of sugar. So now we're gonna put the butter in the saucepan to get it going here. Do you have the medium low? And it's basically 2 different steps. You melt the chocolate chips, the cream, and the butter in one pan. Then when that's all melted, you go to the next part, and then you whip the eggs with the sugar, and that's the very final stage, but I'll show you that later. Alright, really slowly melted it, Teresa says, because you don't want to scorch the chocolate or the cream. So very slowly melted all the chocolate chips, butter, and cream. And then she added half tablespoon or teaspoon of vanilla, and then the 1/4 cup of flour right there. And we're now off the heat. And just mix that in there. Okay, now we're going to make up the second part. Put the 2 whole eggs and 2 yolks in there. 1/4 cup of sugar. And she says it takes about 10 minutes. We're going to mix it up, combine them until it becomes this big frothy goop. Start on low and then end up going to high, she says. Alright, that fluffed up into a big fluffy, fluffy thing. And she's going to add it to here. She does it in a couple different stages because we don't, that fluff, the air in there, we don't want to destroy it by mixing it too much. So she's going to lightly fold it in there.
First one to mix. Now I fold.
Alright, she did it in 4 stages. This is the last edition, and just trying to mix it up as good as you can, but not too much because you don't want to destroy that yummy foam. Alright, so we took all the little cups and basically rubbed some butter on them. The recipe says oil, but I find the butter works a lot better. You rub some butter around all over the dish, and then put some sugar in there, and then put your hand over and shake it so you coat all of it with the sugar. We just try and putting them in the freezer because we're going back right in the freezer anyway, but I don't think you have to put it in the freezer, but Teresa did. And then she's scooping it out with a little disher there. She said it's about 3 little scoops. And also it's a nicer way to put it in there so it doesn't glop all over the side. So you can go straight into the oven with these. 400 degrees no matter what, but if it's straight into the oven there, it'll probably be about 10 minutes. If they were in the fridge, maybe 11 minutes or so. We freeze them all up, and it takes 12 to 16 minutes to cook straight from the freezer. Basically, you want the edges to be all done, but the inside to be jiggly. And it's a little bit of trial and error because when we were learning, we had some really runny ones on the inside. So it's always fun to experiment with chocolate, though. And we'll show you that later. Alright, this came out of the oven. Is it jiggly? She's got this neat way to get it out because it's really hot. Oh, you see some of the lava. Yum! Just undone cake, which is kind of gross, but it's actually good. Of course, you gotta have ice cream. The Alton Brown vanilla ice cream recipe, but I put, instead of using vanilla sugar and extract vanilla, I use 2 whole vanilla beans, put it in there, and it's really vanilla-y.